Hello, friends. Welcome to Science Talk. I'm your host, Jim Massa. I want to discuss with you in this video segment what potential changes in a monsoon, how that can affect Asia. Okay, so what's going on? Well, for many, many generations, the farmers in India have relied on its arrival, but changes in the monsoon suggest a hotter and less predictable world, more extremes. So the world continuing to warm. We know that monsoon changes are set to cause havoc across a large and densely populated portion of the planet. The Great South Asian Summer Monsoon will become both stronger and less reliable. So the study done by German scientists predict a pattern of relatively wet years in the future, but the arrival of these will be chaotic. It won't be as expected. Even a late monsoon can be devastating for those whose lives and livelihoods depend on the rainy season. A failure can be catastrophic. But too much rain can also have calamitous consequences. It can flood ripening grain fields, wash away topsoil, and even by reducing the storage of carbon in the soil, help accelerate further warming of the planet. Well, there's an FU. Around 1 billion people depend on the monsoon for their well being, for trade, manufacture, food systems, agriculture. The years ahead could be more chaotic as a consequence of global heating done by what humans are doing. For every degree Celsius of warming, monsoon rainfalls will likely increase by about 5%, said Anya Katzenberger of the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research. Goes on to state, we were also able to confirm previous studies We're also able to confirm previous studies, but find that global warming is increasing monsoon rainfall in India even more than previously thought, is dominating monsoon dynamics in the 21st century. She and her colleagues report in the journal Earth System Dynamics that they analyzed 32 advanced climate simulations to look for a pattern of change in the region's weather. About four-fifths of all the region's rainfall happens in the summer. Crop yields, especially rice, are highly sensitive to the monsoons coming. Agriculture makes up at least one-fifth of the Indian gross domestic product, GDP. So rainfall is vital to the economic and social well-being of hundreds of millions of people. During the second half of the 20th century, the trend seemed to be towards a gradual drying of the rains. First decades of this century, the pattern seems reversed. Monsoons are getting stronger. So, quite how tiny annual rises in global average temperature affects the winds that bring the summer rain has still to be ascertained, but ocean warming is almost certainly involved. So, a little critique here, or maybe a suggestion for them for future. They did not really look at the Indian Ocean dipole. Okay? The Indian Ocean dipole affects the monsoon, the duration, the timing, and so on. And of course, the Indian Ocean dipole is tied into ENSO and the interdecadal Pacific oscillations, etc. I did a series of videos examining all these major uh, uh, major oscillatory systems of the planet. I did do a video on rotating systems, but I did a series of videos examining these major oscillatory systems of the planet, including the Indian Ocean Dipole, ENSO, IPO, etc. So please go check them out. Click on the video tab and scroll down. They're all there. I do deep dives on them. You can watch those videos to get the details and to a better understanding of the physics, the mechanisms behind these things. And then as you view those, keep in mind how these are being changed by warming of the atmosphere, warming of the ocean, changes in the jet stream, wind patterns, precipitation patterns, and so forth. There has been evidence in the deep past a succession of monsoon failures may have toppled early civilization. So, if the monsoons become unpredictable, it could bring chaos to society in the future. Crops need water, especially in the initial growing period, but too much rainfall during other growing states can be harmful to the plants, including rice. And of course, India depends on that, said Julia Pongratz from the Ludwig Maximilian University in Munich, another one of the authors. Anders Lieberman, who also from Potsdam Institute, said, "We see more and more that climate change is about unpredictable weather extremes and their serious consequences, because what is really on the line is the socioeconomic well-being of the Indian subcontinent, in this particular case. A more chaotic monsoon season poses a threat to the agriculture and economy in the region. It should be a wake-up call for policymakers to drastically reduce greenhouse gas emissions worldwide." But the politicians don't have the cojones to do so. We know that. So basically, it's like everything else. We're changing the climate, and with that changes, patterns that we have come to expect no longer happening as we expect them to, and often with dire implications. In this case, the monsoon. So as we change everything, as we change the patterns of currents and wind patterns and rainfall patterns, etc., we're changing factors that we depend on, such as crop success and when things happen, how long are the seasons, all this other stuff here. And basically, we're just creating a chaotic system because we perturb the system so much that things are in an unsettled state and will continue to be an unsettled state probably for many decades, if not centuries to come. This is just one example. Thank you for your time. Hello, folks. This is Jim here with Science Talk, asking you to please subscribe to my channel and to inform others of my channel and of the work that I do. Please share to social media platforms that you use. Also, as a reminder, don't forget to click the bell so that you know when I load up more videos. Finally, I ask that you support the work that I do by becoming a patron at patreon.com. Details in the description box below. Thank you for your support.